Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Lars here. Today, we're going to go ahead, dive in, and check out the Little Jungle Cup. And for openers, for starters, we are going to lead with our friend Cottony. Now, Cottony, not going to know Charm. Just like last time, we might switch to it, but for now, Razor Leaf, Seed Bomb, Energy Ball, you are set. You can use Grass Knot in lieu of Energy Ball. It hits a little bit harder, but you don't get that chance to break our opponent's defense. So that's why we chose it. Next up, we have Ducklet, starting to look a lot like Element Cup, right? Ducklet, just like before as well, Bubble Beam and Brave Bird. Some people are using Aerial Ace instead of Bubble Beam, or even instead of Brave Bird. You know, keep it OG, right? Bubble Beam and Brave Bird, and you'll be all set. Last up, we have our little Roomba. So Swine Up, Powder Snow, Body Slam, Icy Wind, right? Body Slam is like the official sponsored move of all Little Cups ever. Really spammy, especially when paired with, really quick, fast moves. Can be a deadly combination. So those are the three Pokemon for our team. And, this is actually my wife's account. I've been playing, trying to help her account out a little bit. On my account, I'm actually using Bound Suite, kind of an ABB with Cottony and Bound Suite, and nobody expects it. And I figured, you know what, not a lot of people are going to be using or have access to Bound Suite because it's not readily available and it does need to be level 50. And so I decided to just, play on, play with something that, is pretty accessible. People can have it and it's not going to break the bank. So for starters, let's see our very first battle, what we got going on. And it is an Altaria. And that's the other nice thing about Razor Leaf. You get all the benefits. And even with Charm, people expect you to have Charm. So, it's just great news for us. Rock Slide. People that are like Altaria will switch. People that have, like ABC Scrafty, they'll switch. Anything that's weak to Charm will usually switch. They won't even let you get a fast move off. So I kind of, sit back, relax, and let them, do all the work. So there we go. They do get three rock slides off. At this point, there was no need to save Cottony. Um, Brought Ducklet in, got two fast moves off, so we're looking good. Gonna throw this Brave Bird here, either force the last shield or say goodbye to Altaria, and it is the latter. So here we go. Here, made a huge mistake. Should have just used Body Slam. Still getting used to it. For some reason, I thought Body Slam was on the right-hand slide. That was my bad. But anyways, we're still golden. Throw this Bubble Beam, and this is why Bubble Beam is so important. They shield, lowers their attack. They're trying to double charge it, but really, you can't get three more, charge moves off. It's just not going to happen. There we go. One quick boop, and that's that. On to the next battle. Let's see what we got going on here. And we have a Whoop. They quick switch as soon as they realize I have that Razor Leaf. They bring in little Bulbasaur. And remember, even though we have type advantage, you do not want to catch a Sludge Bomb to the face. So go ahead, do your thing. Go right for the throat or whatever Bulbasaurs have. And yeah, Brave Bird. There we go. Here comes our little friend, right? Whooper. Go ahead, throw this Bubble Beam with your Dying Breath right before we are KO'd, break their attack, and then as soon as we can, bring in Cottony, and they quick switch to a Ducklet of their own. Ducklet is really highly ranked, I believe #1 for this cup. So expect to see a lot of crossover between Element Cup and Little Jungle. So there we go. Icy Wind. They shield as predicted. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let this one hit us. There we go. We knew they weren't gonna throw Brave Bird right off the bat, mostly because that would have really weakened their defenses, and then it would have allowed Cottony to come in and just clean house. So I expected them to try to bait me, although they're using Aerial Ace. So, you know, was surprised. There we go. Here comes a Body Slam. Let it hit us. Not going to kill us. And with only a few HP left, throw this Seed Bomb and call it a day. Close one, right? So there we go. And then we have a Gunfisk. So many Galarian Stunfisk. As not just in the back, but also as a lead Pokemon. So there we go, Rock Slide, no problem. They bring in a Cottony of their own. We are bringing in Ducklet. Tried to bait them, but it's just not working. And oh, I'm sorry. In this one, I actually did use. That's right, because I am having so many people weren't, you know, fighting. So I just said, you know what? Let's just use Brave Bird because they expect Bubble Beam, so they're not going to shield. So why not, right? So we go ahead. We're going to shield this one for sure. We don't want our little Roomba to take any damage here. So we're going to shield. We're going to throw a Body Slam. There we go. They shield. That means they have something in the back that might be a little bit afraid of ice. So we'll see. Go ahead, throw this Seed Bomb. They shield. There it is. And then they get one last Rock Slide off. But you know what? It's fine. Whatever. There we go. We have just a little bit of health left. And Grimer makes sure to get rid of it quickly. So throw this Body Slam. There we are. Say goodbye to their Grimer. And that's that. End of story. End of the story, right? Here comes another Gunfist coming at you. We have a Cottonee versus Galarian Stunfisk matchup. Just like before, we are going to let this one hit us. There's a Rock Slide. And then they do switch to Altaria. They catch our attack. But it's fine because we do have good old Swinub in the back. So there we go. We are going to throw this Body Slam to force the shield. There we go. And we shield as well because we want to keep Swinub alive. In hindsight, we probably could have been fine, you know, if we brought in Ducklet and just used it to farm a little bit of energy and then use Bubble Beam here. But you know what? This has been the first 48 hours, kind of a learning curve. So there we go. We say goodbye to Swinub. And here we go. Waiting a few seconds, bringing Cottonee back in, and here comes a Skarmory, right? Big surprise. All signs are pointing to a flying type. Go ahead, shield this one. Throw a Bubble Beam here, just to weaken its attack just a little bit. In reality, we're just trying to do a little bit of HP so we can throw this Brave Bird and call it a day. So there we go. Here it is. Skarmory's down, and this person, they would have to get a total of 3 Rock Slides off to win. One here, one against Cottonee, and then one last to finish it off. And it's just not happening. So yeah, that is a victory. Now let's go ahead and mosey on over to the next one. And what do we got? Let's find out. So we have our little Cottonee versus the one thing we don't want to see, Execute. So bring in or Quick Switch, whatever you want to do. I chose Ducklet. You can technically bring in Swinub, but you know what? It's up to you. I chose Ducklet here just to be safe. A lot of people are using flying types, so I figured best just to save Swinub. So there we go. Try to bait this person. They actually do fall for it this time. And we're going to let our beloved little duck die. But before they die, we are going to get off a Brave Bird. And here we go. They throw up a shield. Great news. Now it's 1, 2, 0 shields. So I wait for just a second, and then I bring in our little Roomba. I bring in Swinub. And I do shield this one, expecting a Brave Bird. And it is. No problem. Throw this Icy Wind. There we go. And now it's just a matter of bringing in Cottonee, killing it, or attempting to kill it. Here comes a Brave Bird. There it is. And then Swinub. And now Skorupi. There are well, not as many as I thought because it's really highly ranked on PvPoke. But yeah, haven't seen a lot. I'm sure it might go up as, you know, our Elo rises. But yeah, we lower its attack. So that coupled with the fact that it doesn't get stabbed for Aqua Tail means, you know what? We win. By the skin of our teeth, right? So there we go. On to the next one. But yeah, so many flying types in this meta. Um, that I guess it shouldn't be too surprising, but a lot of people are trying stuff that's like evolved once or twice, and it's just not reaching high levels, so it's super squishy. So a lot of people are going back to, you know, Element Cup stuff that has a little bit more bulk, especially, you know, Cottonee and Ducklet. So there we go. Poison Fang, gonna lower our defense, but that's fine. Go ahead, get the Seed Bomb off. There we go. They shield. We are bringing in Swinub, and now we're going to go ahead, let this one hit us. Is a Bubble Beam. And here comes number 2. There we are. We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw this Icy Wind here. And they opt not to shield. We do lower their attack. And we do get 1 Body Slam off, right? There it is. They don't shield. And the lead is ours. And so there we go. That Steelix takes one little bite out of Swinub, say goodbye, and here comes Cottony. So I choose to play it just a little bit more conservative. I shield here to save Cottony, so we have Cottony and Ducklet versus whatever they have in the back. But hey, Wooper, no problem. Didn't even need to really throw this last charge move. Don't know why I did. But yeah, we're good. There we go. A few more fast moves, and that's that. We win. On to the next one. See what we got going on. All right. But yeah, if you guys do, like I said before, if you want to see some Bound Sweet videos, just let me know. And I'll definitely throw some up. But for now, here we go. We have an Altaria, and just like before, this person assumes that we have Razor Leaf. So they switch to a Cottony of their own. We attempt to bait to shield. They're not biting. This video was actually before the other one you saw, and so that's why from now on I do use Brave Bird against Cottony, because they just expect to bait. So, just use Brave Bird. Why not? So we kill the Cottony. They go ahead, wait a few seconds, and they bring back in Altaria. We're going to go ahead, throw this Brave Bird, at least eat a shield, or not. They opt not to shield. So wait a few seconds, bring in Swinub, and then here comes Barboach. And just as an FYI, really rare to see. This is the only one I've seen, but it does know Ice Beam, so be aware of that. There we go. And that's that. That's it. This set was just kind of, I decided just to film it all at once. I didn't break it up. It was a nice 5-0. Always feels good. I've been getting a lot of 4-1s. Really rare to get a 5-0 these days. Here we go. Skarmory, which is a horrible lead for Cottony, regardless of what fast move you have. So we go ahead, we quick switch to Ducklet. There's a Sky Attack, we shield, and then we throw Brave Bird. They opt not to shield, and they bring in Vigoroth. So go ahead and let Ducklet do its thing and absorb some energy, and then quickly bring in Cottony, which is really our only choice since, Swinub is weak to fighting. So bring Cottony back in, think that Body Slam, say goodbye to a mean old Vigoroth, wait a few seconds, and then bring in Swinub. And there we go. We kill it before it can get it charged off. Great news for us. Throw a Body Slam here. They do have Scrafty. This is, I think, either first or second Scrafty I've seen. It's pretty rare regardless. So here we go. Icy Wind to lower its attack. And they get a Power Up Punch off here, but in reality, it's fine because Cottony resists power, or resists fighting, and it resists dark. So we are absolutely golden. All right, so there's a 5-0. And here's an Obstagoon. Same thing as before. They quick switch immediately, and we do the same. And right here, what we're going to do is just let this one hit us. Now it's going to be a Poison Fang. Throw this Bubble Beam. In hindsight, probably should have charged up Brave Bird, at least gone for the bait. But in the end, it's fine. There's another one, and here comes a Bubble Beam. There we go. They opt not to shield. And this one, I decided not to shield either. So there we go. That's that. We take care of it. And it's 1 to 2 shields. We're in the deficit. There we go. Throw this Bubble Beam. At the very least, break their attack, which is what we're shooting for, So go ahead, bring in Cottony. They quick switch, and immediately we have our little green Roomba. My wife says this is the one that's filled with soap. The other ones are just like the ones to dry the floor. This one makes it all soapy. So anyhow, kill it with your fast. Use the shield and just bank the energy. So there we go. Icy Wind followed by a Body Slam. There we go. And that's that. They use both of their shields, and it's really not looking too good for them right now. And we bring Cottony back in. At this point, just kill him with your fast. And that's that. There we go. And I believe we have one last battle to show you. Let's see. Here we go. A Ducklet lead. Never a good lead. So we decided to bring in, instead of making it a mirror match, I decided this time, you know what? I'll bring in Swinub. So there we go. Bubble Beam, shield it, throw the Icy Wind. And there it is. They shield. And we're going to keep charging on up. And then we're going to go ahead and let this one hit us. Bubble Beam. And then here comes another Icy Wind at them. There we go, just back and forth, right? They do not shield this one, and then enough time has passed to where I'm no longer switch locked in. So I can go ahead. I still wait down the clock just a little bit, just to be safe. And then I bring in Cottony. We know they cannot get anything else off. So there's that. And now it's Cottony v. Cottony, which isn't good. And so we're going to throw this energy ball, hoping to break their defense. Unfortunately, we don't get the defense break, but still does a good chunk of damage. All right. There's a grass knot, does a good chunk of damage against our beloved little ducklet. There we go. We throw the bubble beam, and with Wooper, you know what? It's fine. Let them do their thing. There's a body slam. We bring in Cottony, and we are going to shield this one just because we don't want to take any chances.